Thursday, October 19th, 12 noon Mountain Time, 2017. I'd like to thank Miss Alta for sharing this story with me from Snopes or Snopes. Apparently, they fact check people on the web, sometimes YouTube videos, and I guess they fact checked a video I put up here recently about the Mississippi River going dry. And the whole narrative about the Mississippi River and it going dry in places was brought to me. I didn't go to it. I just looked into it once I started receiving multiple pictures from multiple people that live in this area. And the area was near the New Madrid, in fact, right above it. So yes, I definitely took a look into it because that's an important part of our geography. One of the biggest earthquakes known to man occurred right here in this area. Rang church bells in Boston. So anybody that is scientifically oriented is going to consider if there is a anomaly appearing in the river above the New Madrid. This is, by the way, a picture sent from a local that lives here in the area. This is not far from Caruthersville. This one here is right at Caruthersville. There's a bridge south of Caruthersville that looks north. This picture was taken from the bridge. I can verify this same position on Google Earth. In fact, I'll do it now. See the tall tree here on the right? Small tree here, then the shoreline. Here it is on Google Earth. Here's the tall tree on the right, two small trees, and the shoreline. Do you see anything wrong with the river? This was taken in August of 2016. Looks perfectly fine. Okay? Here's the picture again. This is the same location. Here's the taller tree, the two shorter trees, and then the river bank. And I'll compare them once I bring Google Earth back up. Here we go. It's the same place. The only thing is, this picture was taken in October of 2017. Looks considerably different from that of a year ago. See the barges, the sand barges out in the middle of the river? You don't see them here. So yeah, I mean, I can see that there's something not right about that picture, and I don't even live up there. And I have more respect for the people of the area. They look at this river 365 days a year. They're going to notice anomalies. Look at the bank over here on the west side. This is looking north. Look at how low that is. That's incredibly low. So yeah, that doesn't look right. So I looked into it, recognized right off the bat that most of these extreme anomalies were in fact near the New Madrid Fault. Absolutely I did. Did I imply that the absence of water in those pictures that were sent to me by locals, and I have more actually, but I'm trying to keep this video short because I'm not going to spend a lot of time with Snopes. But the anomalies were associated with the New Madrid near Memphis, near Caruthersville. So if you're scientifically, if you study the earth, you have to consider the New Madrid as a possible culprit. Because it's not like they have an extreme drought in this area. In fact, this area right here, not too long ago, just went through a historic flood back in May. So where did all that water go? Do you guys remember when Table Rock Dam had to open the floodgates? The governor declared a flood emergency back in May of 2017. Guys, that wasn't that long ago. The annual rainfall, since we're fact checking, okay, let's get all of the facts, okay, and let's bring all of the facts to the table, all right? The annual total rainfall for the state of Missouri, okay, annual rainfall, 43 inches. That's per year on average. For 3 months of 2017, this year, some records were set for this area just west of the New Madrid, where the river is showing anomalies, okay? Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, saw 25 inches of rain, March, April, and May. That's the second greatest total ever recorded. Joplin, 32.7, fifth most recorded. West Plains, right here, 30.78 inches. That is almost 3/4 of the annual rainfall in 3 months. First most ever recorded. Vichy, fifth most ever recorded at 22 inches. That is half of the annual rainfall in 120, actually 90 days. 90 days out of 365 days, 3/4 of the annual rainfall, over half, almost 3/4, and over half. Right here in this area, not far from where we're seeing these anomalies. Those are the facts. Okay? So since we're fact checking, let's bring all of the facts to the table. And since we're fact checking and we're claiming that there's no problems with the Mississippi, the depth to water level and the groundwater level is doing just fine. It's all rainbows and butterflies. Here's a map here that shows there is indeed a drought in this area that I just showed you set record rainfalls for March, April, and May of this year, 5 months ago. They set records. One was the most ever recorded. But yet they're in an extreme drought. So my claims, again, are false. Let's bring some more facts to the table, okay? No, they're not in a drought. They just had a superstorm go through there not too long ago. There it is. That's one of the biggest storms I'd ever seen. That was one unified storm, and it moved from east to west as it formed. Nothing good ever comes from the east. You can even ask a meteorologist that. That was a storm of historic proportions, and it dropped historic amounts of rain, so much that they were going to open the floodgates at Table Rock and release 28 million gallons of water per minute. Where did it go? Since we're fact-checking, one thing that they forgot to mention in their fact-check video that they did on my video that I did bring to the table, they did not. They conveniently didn't look at this aspect of the Mississippi River, that barges were having a difficult time transporting natural resources down the river like they've done for years to international markets. That's a big deal. Those barges have to be able to move. That's a big part of our economy. Tows on the lower Mississippi have been reduced by 5 barges. Some of the barge terminals and fleets on the lower Mississippi are having trouble moving barges due to the quickly falling river. Article right here. I have a friend that lives near Quincy that sends me correspondence every once in a while about weather phenomenon, and in this case, the river and river phenomenon. She said, well, her husband's a farmer. He farms farm ground near the Mississippi River, right up in here, in the northeastern part of Missouri on the Illinois side near Quincy. He said that the barges recently have only been able to fill at half capacity because of the low levels of the Mississippi River at places. So they were only able to move half the amount of grain that they were normally able to move. So that picture was taken by a local that lives in the area, and I stand behind the local. There's definitely an issue with the Mississippi River that just so happens to be right above the New Madrid. Yes, I did suggest a possibility. I didn't say it was fact, but I did suggest that, yeah, maybe the water could be disappearing into a fissure. Since this area of the anomalous Mississippi levels were above the New Madrid, it has to be considered. You'd be foolish not to consider it. And just to assume, once again, that everything is rainbows and butterflies is simply not all of the facts. So when you're fact-checking my videos, please bring all of the facts to the table like I presented in the video. We talked about how the barges were having a difficult time transporting goods. The pictures from the locals that live in the area, I think they deserve a little more respect than that. Some people that have lived there in their entire lives, over 50 and 60 years, and had never seen the river look that deplorable. But yet everything's just fine, and my claim is false. I think not. Thanks for watching, guys, and be safe out there.